If you've been on the internet, by now you've most likely seen a Fallout New Vegas challenge run. Today I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and ask the question, can you beat Fallout New Vegas with only a Switchblade? First, we wake up from our bullet-induced nap and give ourselves a new name courtesy of Doc Mitchell. For our special stats, I picked 6 in Strength, 6 in Endurance, 6 in Perception, Drained Charisma, put Intelligence at 8, Agility at 4, and Luck at 9. Strength and Endurance, I plan on boosting with various whiskey and other narcotics. Perception, I'd put at 6 for the better criticals. Charisma is a dump stat. Intelligence is high for the extra skill points. Agility, because I don't use VATS with melee weapons. And Luck is at 9 for the extra crits. For my tag skills, I picked melee weapons for the extra damage early on. Sneak and Speech for a little surprise for later. And for my traits, I picked Logan's Loophole and Skilled. Logan's Loophole because I don't want to deal with addictions, and doubling the amount of time I spend high is going to be great, and Skilled for the extra bonus stats early in the game. With the bullet out of our skull and a pep in our step, I walked out into the wasteland, stole what I needed from around Goodsprings, before saying hello and goodbye to Joe Swanson and making my way towards the Black Mountain shortcut and acquiring an NCR uniform for later, while making my way to the most important place in this run, Boulder City. Inside of this town are a bunch of great cons, each one of which is carrying a Switchblade. In addition, there is turpentine in this town, of which will be vital later. Once inside Boulder City, I sneak around and steal the Switchblades from the great cons, giving me 4 shiny new blades in total. And, if you didn't know this, moonshine and other types of alcohol stack. So this, along with the meeting people, pushes me just over the edge to be able to talk the Great Khans into letting the hostages go and solving the crisis in Boulder City peacefully. Doing both of these things is just enough to push me to level 2, 3, and 4 respectively, where I took the Swift Learner and Educated perks. Making my way to the strip, I'm chased by a robot and his boyfriend. Along the way, I decide I'm going to work with the NCR as to not anger this voodoo magic man floating at the top of this tower. After lying to Victor, I go to the tops and convince Swank with the lighter, cigarettes, and my soothing personality to let me kill Benny in his room. Walking up to Benny's room like a stalker, I quickly remove him from life before speaking with Yes Man to get the various quests to meet the factions, and most importantly, to get the blackmail material for the Emerchas underway. This takes me to level 6, where I take the confirmed Padular perk for the extra 10% damage, before I magically turn 5 caps into about 20,000. Shortly after, I let Strauss upgrade his Securitrons before he trips or something, before deciding that I'm going to go ahead and get all the quests out of the way right away, starting with the Kings. I speak with the King and start his quest to give Oris a close and personal haircut before finishing the rest of the quest. This involves speaking to a bunch of different people in Freeside before coming back and reporting my success to the King, and then pocketing the favor he owes me now. This is also just enough to get me up to level 8, where I take the Super Slam perk. After this, I decided I needed a boost in armor, so I go over to the Van Graffs to collect a set of their armor. I don't want to upset them, so obviously I play the part of a good employee for... After buying a new set of armor and selling everything from the Van Graff's destroyed hopes and dreams, I become a cyborg before I make my way over to Nellis, where I then convince George to run into the Boomer's firing field. And then from there I sprint from the very first little crater all the way up to the fence. It's really that easy. I speak with Mother Pearl before helping the Boomers with their medical problems, listening to their history, killing their ants before I play my favorite game of Let's Get Distracted. Boy, I sure could use some medical supplies. I'll go to Goodsprings, speak with Doc, and get some stim packs. Since I'm here, I should kill Joe Cobb and do the Ghost Town gunfight quest. You know, I'm in the area. I should go to Prim, rescue Deputy Dog, and put Prim Slim in charge of the town. You know what? I'm nearly level 10. Let's go kill some ants in the nearby dry lake, get myself to level 10, and take the Finesse Park. You know, I'm in the area. I should go to the outpost, and since I'm here anyway, let's do all of their quests. Talk to Volpes too, and give the NCR depression. You know, I've already come all this way. I may as well activate the bunker under the fort. Kaisar tripped or something on my way out, I don't know. Oh hey, I'm nearly level 12. Let's go be a pimp for the Garretts for a little while to get that level up and take the Piercing Strike perk, which breaks this run in half. You know what, since I'm trying to make nice with the NCR, let's go over to Camp McCarran and hunt down Cook, Violet, and Driver Nephi. Turning in their heads gets me up to level 14, where I take the Purifier perk, and from here I'm going to fast track the rest of the main storyline because I'm getting tired of editing, writing, and speaking. After watching the gate bots have absolutely zero chill, I decide to start with the Omertas here, pickpocketing Kachino and then impatiently stabbing Sal and Nero because he was just too slow to get up there, and putting the slimy nerd in charge. Then I head down to Sloan to go through Quarry Junction and subsequently get to Melissa for the Great Khan. Here is a more or less unedited versions of both of those fights in all of their glory. Boy howdy, drugs just make everything so much easier. After convincing the Great Khans to run away from the Mojave at the Battle of Hoover Dam, I go back over to the Boomers, raising up their bomber, and convincing Mother Pearl to take my side during the battle. Now, before going into details about how I dealt with the Brotherhood, I'd like to make a little confession. I've recorded this twice now. Twice I've done the quest in such a way to get the Brotherhood allied with the NCR. This time, however, I was going to side with Hardin, get the power armor training, and then blow them up. But then I learned I would have to go and do some of the fetch quest stuff anyway. So moving on, I turn in my quests with Crockers and Moores respectively before greeting the president in the most respectful way possible. He then also tripped. And now it's time for the final battle of Hoover Dam, where I spoke to the general and my game crashed for the first time. Loading back in, the fight across the dam was relatively uneventful. At this point, I'm nearly an unstoppable powerhouse with lots of medication and drugs to keep me going. I stroll right up to the Legate and demand a one-on-one fight. And then he humbled me, reminding me that I had yet to take the Stonewall perk. However, the power of drugs comes in handy again, and I batter around the Legate, killing him before making my way to the gate and proving that yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas with just a Switchblade. Honestly, once I hit level 8 and took the Super Slam perk, the challenge kind of fell apart. The high speed of the weapon meant that I would be triggering the Super Slam perk a lot, which meant a lot of people just got ragdolled and I was bullying them once they were on the ground. And once I got the Piercing Strike perk, it was basically over for anyone not wearing actual power armor. I have a few more ideas for other challenge runs in the future. However, if you like what you saw, feel free to leave a suggestion down in the comments, like and subscribe. Stay safe, and have a good one, everyone.